Kirk, I wonder how good it feels for you to go start to finish with a victory. It's been a little while, and how good do you think your offense played today?
Yeah, it feels really good. Anytime you win in this league, it feels great. And to answer your question, the offense played really well, ran the ball really well, and 2 weeks in a row now, which is really encouraging. And I'm just so proud of the offensive line, the way they battled and fought, both in the run game and the pass game, against what I believe to be one of the better D-lines in the entire NFL.
No turnovers and second half points. How important were those things for you today?
Very important. We felt like 17 wasn't going to be enough just because of the way NFL offenses can score quickly. So we needed to put those second half points on the board, and we need to protect the football, and that'll be always an emphasis going forward.
Kirk, I know how big of a process guy you are. How nice is it, though, in terms of both morale and just self-confidence in that process to see some results in terms of a win?
Yeah, very encouraging. I think it's it'll give us a great feeling this week in preparation going into the next game, and everyone got a shot in the arm and feels like it was a step in the right direction. So we'll just keep working and feel good about this one.
Alfred's been here ever since you came in. Now you've got a different kind of back, Matt Jones, to hand the ball off to.
Yeah, Jordan is very talented, and he's a competitor. So you saw that today, and we need to keep him healthy. We need to keep him on the field because he can be a tough matchup for other teams if he's out there.
Kirk, the frustration was obviously, you could see that last week, but to get a win today when you guys had endured a crazy preseason, lose last week's game when you should have won that, how big was it today to be able to pull that out?
Oh, it's anytime you can win this league, it's very, very important, and we felt like we played well enough to win this week, and we found a way to win. And I think I went through this in college, but you as a young player, you learn how to win. You learn what it takes, and I feel like we're in that process right now. I don't know that I, as a young player last year, knew how to win, and I think I'm still in that process trying to get there. But it's something that I think if we can keep playing through it with some of these young guys and just keep growing and learning together, I'm excited about what the future could hold if we can just keep growing and learning and pushing through things together.
Kirk, you say pushing through things. Jones puts it on the deck. You could say, sure, he looked great, and now he's fumbled, but you get it right back to him, and he scores later. Yeah,
I mean that's football. That's life. I mean, if you're going to face adversity. The other teams are just too good to not have setbacks and have those, and so it comes down to being very tough, physically, mentally, emotionally, to be able to be tough and push through all that and have character for 4 quarters. And we showed that today, and it's going to be a challenge every single week to do that.
Kirk, two games, 2 very good defensive fronts, only 3 sacks for you. What's the importance of having that with the offensive line and being able to stay clean?
Yeah, it's a combination of factors. I think again, I can't say enough good things about the way our offensive line has played. I feel like, I could give you 5 reasons for us playing so well, and it'd be those 5 guys. So that starts with them. I think also play calling, it gives me an opportunity to get the ball out of my hands so that the rush can't get home. I think it's also about being decisive. Guys got to get open for me. And again, sacks are better than picks. So it's better to take a sack than throw the ball into coverage. So there's a level of, we're going to be okay taking sacks at times if the other option was to throw the ball into coverage. So, but certainly to keep the sack total down is going to give us a chance to win and put us in a better situation.
Just kind of following up off of that, so much had been made about the pass rush of the opponents the last 2 weeks. Do you think your offensive line, the offensive unit as a whole, takes that almost as a personal challenge?
Oh, I think they both, I think both weeks the offensive line came in knowing that they had a challenge in front of them. We talked about it all week, the last 2 games, and I think they elevated their play. I feel like week in and week out in the NFL, you see some pretty good D-lines and some pretty good pass rushers. Rarely do you have a quote-unquote week off. So, they're going to be facing a challenge pretty consistently here.
But both of these teams that you played to start the season had a reputation coming in, very aggressive, very good front seven. Mm-hmm. Is the mood of the huddle that you guys are able to execute, are you starting to believe in yourselves as a unit against no matter who you face?
Well, I felt belief in the huddle today. I felt it. And when you have some of the long drives we've been able to put together, you need that. And, it's encouraging. I mean, it's this league, you're only as good as your last game, so we got to now do it week in and week out. But certainly feel really good about some of the stuff we've been able to do running the football and putting together drives and time of possession and that sort of thing these first 2 weeks.
Normally you have the 24-hour rule after a win. Obviously this week's a little different because the game's on Thursday. So how long until you look at the Giants? Yeah,
I haven't even looked at the schedule this week of when meetings are, when practice is, walkthroughs, so I don't even know. But I'll go home tonight. I'll watch the film tonight at the facility of the game and just try to get a head start. Probably peek at their game against Atlanta tonight. So it's a short week, so there isn't much rest.
Thanks, Kirk.
Thank you.